Hello, ladies. It's Marie. Long time no talk to. It's been a whole week. Um, so I am here to talk because I've promised it for a week now and I haven't done it. The stress journal. This is something I give women in our 8-week program when they're swirling and their current circumstance, whether they're caught up in a busy season or have a big project to finish. Here is just have a big project to finish, that they get into this swirl, which we all do, hamster wheel, whatever you want to call it. And their life feels super overwhelming. Overwhelm is a big, big symptom of crazy busy. And I give them this homework because, as I say over and over again, there's two real big themes in my course, the Dream Big, Revise Often course, to create this big life for you that can own your power, own your success, be even more successful, and still have freedom and joy and happiness in your life. One doesn't have to cost the other. And when they're both in expansion, then we are like, whew, and that's what I teach. So the stress journal, let's do it. Okay. I'm going to challenge you. It's midweek. I'm going to challenge you to spend the next week, so 7 days, and really just get out a small piece of paper, a little book. I love notebooks. So get out a notebook, get out paper, carry it with you. So small would be great, but it doesn't have to be. And start being aware and jotting down the areas in which you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed out. Start jotting them down. And what I mean by jotting them down, time of day, activity that you're doing, whatever it is, and bonus points for how it's making you feel. So feelings, overwhelmed, sad, frustrated, mad, angry, pissed off, whatever you want. Like, so again, the activity, the time of day, it could be the actual time of day or morning, afternoon, evening, whatever you want. What it is and how it's making you feel. Okay. And you're going to do that for 7 days. There could be a lot of things. There could be minor things, but where you're feeling triggered and overwhelmed. I will tell you that when I did this for myself, because I never asked you to do something I'm not going to do myself, and I wanted to see if it would work, because I had it in my mind and I thought it would help build awareness about their life and being in action, which is the whole point of this, which I'll get to in a second. And what I realized is that it was a lot of my stress was at the end of my day when my house was a mess. And it was like, oh, and I would just swirl and it would stress me out. And then there was some stuff in the morning and there was some stuff in the afternoon, and there was something repetitive with one client that I had. And I really went and did this for 7 days. And it's super important because 3 days is fine. You're going to find the patterns, but I want weekend too, because I would really like you to see weekday and weekend, because different things happen in the weekend. And there could be some things in your personal life that are causing you stress as well that we can attack as well. So, okay, you're going to do this. Here it is again, just to be clear. For 7 days, you're going to get out a little piece of paper journal, keep it in the same place. And you're going to write when you're feeling triggered, overwhelmed, stressed, what time of day it is, what activity you're doing, and bonus points for how you're feeling. Are you pissed off? Are you overwhelmed? Are you defeated? Are you hopeless? Are you happy? Doubt it. Are you numb? I don't know what I'm feeling. Write that down. I don't know what I'm feeling. Very important. Very, very important. You're going to do this for 7 days. Okay. And then at the end of the 7 days, you're going to be in action. You're going to look at this and you're going to start to see patterns. Something showing up more than once. If it's more than once, it was situational, get rid of it. But if you're seeing some patterns, in the mornings, I'm more stressed than in the afternoon. So the patterns I'm looking at, is there a certain time of day that you're feeling more stressed or overwhelmed than another? Is it morning? Is it afternoon? Is it evening? Is there a certain activity that's repetitive that is causing you to tip over? It's the tipping point. Is it interactions with a certain person. So start to be smart. You guys are all really smart, badass career women. You can do this. Separate yourself from what it is. Don't be in story, just be in facts. Separate yourself from what it is and start asking really good questions about where is the through lines here? Where are the patterns? Is it a certain person? Is it a relationship in my life that is causing me a lot of stress? Is it an activity? Is it a time of day? Okay. Now, once you figure that out, then again, I want you to be in action because you're not hopeless. You're not stuck. Your life can change. So let's do this little experiment and show you how it can change. So now, as you find these, let's say there's 3 patterns, maybe there's 10, who knows? No judgment. This is not an exercise to introduce judgment in your life, like, Jesus, I'm stressed all the time, I'm a mess. That's not allowed. This is about separating yourself from the activities and looking at it with a clear mind to start to find patterns. Once you realize those patterns, okay, so now let's take it, and here's what I want you to do with those patterns. I want you to ask yourself the question, can I get rid of this? Is it something I really have to do? Or is it something I have put on myself, which God knows every crazy busy woman I work with and my former self as well, I created my mess. Nobody was looking for this document in 24 hours. I put the deadline on myself. And I was stupid enough to say it out loud. So now everybody had that deadline when nobody was looking for it in 24 hours. So first I need to know, is it something I can get rid of? Did I create it on my own? So can I get rid of it? It would be awesome if I could, because then it's easy to get off the list and there the stress goes and the overwhelm. Likely it's not going to be. So the second one is, can I accept it? Am I fighting against something that is just, distance learning? Okay, my hair is driving me crazy. So distance learning. Right now with COVID, my daughter is here at home. It's driving me crazy. It's hard to focus on work when I'm, getting lunch and a drink and, oh my gosh, my Zoom thing is not working and I got kicked off and I've got to run and do it, right? It's stressing me out. Okay. So I have to accept that this is going to be our life for a while. So there's part of an acceptance exercise I need to do. And then there's some management. That's the next one. So can I accept it? Am I just fighting against something that just is? Okay. And there's another step to acceptance, which we're going to go through in a second. So can I get rid of it? First one. Can I accept it? Or can I go deeper into a level of acceptance instead of fighting against it? I hate COVID. Well, great. You can get that out every once in a while and scream from the rooftop, and then you got to go deal with your life because it's not changing anytime soon. So can you accept it and go into a deeper level of acceptance? The next one is, can I manage it better? So this is what management looks like. So on the example that I just used with my daughter, can I level out, set expectations and boundaries that there are certain times of the day I'm not going to be able to cater to her, and she's going to have to figure out it on her own. And that she's only allowed to interrupt me if it's an emergency. Managing it. Trying to figure out a way that I can, because it's not changing, I can manage it better. Another thing, so also another thing that I recognized was groceries and grocery shopping. I want healthy food in the house, so I eat healthy, and we're all eating healthy, and we're active and eating healthy. And I hate grocery shopping. I hate it. And I'm also not good at it. And guess what? I have to do it. So I don't have to do it. It has to get done. So the aha for me was like, I don't have to do this. So I have Instacart deliver my groceries. And oh my God, okay, I paid for the year program. And it actually isn't that much more expensive than me shopping alone, because I'm working while that's happening and I'm making money. Right? So it's really not that expensive, or you could get, if you have teenagers, they could grocery shop and you could pay them some allowance, or a mother or a friend or a nanny, somebody could do grocery shopping. But can you delegate it? Part of managing it is delegating it. Can I get somebody to do it? There's this Upwork. It's a app, a website where all sorts of technology things can be handled for pretty cheap, and they bid it and things like that. So can you delegate it? Can you find somebody else to do it? It's pretty cheap, actually. And the time and energy that you're going to spend trying to deal with something that can easily be taken off your plate and delegated, either through a coworker or hiring somebody, can you delegate it? Another thing that I realized is that when my house isn't clean at the end of the day, it sends me through the roof. And I got a lot going on right now, especially with COVID and my daughter in the house all the time. And the house is messy all the time because everybody's here all day, right? So I decided that I looked at my budget and I decided that I was going to have my cleaning lady come every week. I know it's not, and you know what the truth is? I've been wanting to do this for more than a year. My sister has been literally saying, I don't understand why you're not doing this. Like it will just make you feel so great and in control, blah, blah, blah. Why aren't you doing this? Well, the ugly truth, why I wasn't doing it, is it felt entitled. And it didn't fit with how I thought. It felt entitled. It didn't fit in my vision of who I am. Like, I have a cleaning lady once a week. I have a teeny little house, like, really? I thought I should do it myself, the shoulds, right? I did it. I finally pulled the trigger, and oh my God, I don't regret that. I mean, maybe, and I make coffee at home now, and I'm not spending $6 a day on coffee. And it pretty much paid for it. Like, we can get resourceful and creative about finding money for things, even during COVID. Every woman in this group is a successful woman. We make time and we spend money and make time for things that are a priority. Your lack of stress in your life and managing your overwhelm is a priority. So you're worth it. Give yourself permission to get the cleaning lady, do the Instacart, delegate something. You don't have to do everything yourself. Okay. So can I get rid of it? Question one. If I can't, can I accept it and go into a deeper level acceptance so I'm not fighting against it all the time and stressed out? Can I manage it better? Setting boundaries, setting expectations, delegating it. And the last one is, can I change my perspective of it? So to me, acceptance and changing my perspective of it, if I can't delegate it and I can't get rid of it and I can't manage it and I'm having a really hard time accepting it, I got to double down on changing my perspective of it. So what I mean by that is, if you have to work with somebody that drives you crazy, can you find a commonality in them? Can you change your perspective on this person? Can you change, not rose-colored glasses, but there's got to be something good about them. There's got to be something that you need them, right? So they're an important part of the team, or just in acceptance that their work pattern and level of accountability isn't the same as yours. Like, being in acceptance on that will let a lot of that go away. Find something fun, maybe be playful about your perspective of it. Maybe joke about it. Maybe be in your own private, not to them directly, because that would be inappropriate, but like in your own moment, like, be a smart aleck about it. Oh, here they go again. Obviously not in person because that's not respectful, but in your own time, and just turn it on a dime and make fun of it. Like, because it's something you've got to accept and you've got to change your perspective of it. Is there a way you can bring playfulness into this situation you can't change and drives you crazy? Is there a way? Another way besides playful is, can you have some compassion for this person or circumstance, and just see their side of it in a way that can open your heart a little more to dealing with it on a different level and not fighting against it. Okay. So it's really important. And an example I've given, and you've probably heard this once from me, is there's this person I have to work with, and they're a name dropper, and big bad man name dropper. And in the meetings, it drives me crazy because and likes to hear himself talk. And the meetings go on so much longer than they have to because of him. And it drives me crazy because, like, let's get to it. Let's get done. But he's funny, actually, and he's very good at what he does. It just drives me crazy. And I find myself like this in meetings, like, can we move through it? And I realized when I did my stress journal, and I'm very aware of my triggers, I realized I can't, we're on calls all the time. I cannot live this way. So what can I do about it? And I'm not changing it. He's not leaving. I can't change it. I have to accept it, but I'm having a hard time accepting it in high energy. I'm accepting it in like, "Rrr." And so I decided to make fun of it. And so, and I said, you may have heard this before, but I actually keep a tab and calculate how many names he drops. And so then it's like, ooh, he's hit an all-time high with 10 this today, or he's low today and only 3. And now I don't even have to do it because it's just, I've changed my perspective. If it's just part of his personality, it doesn't make him bad. He's funny, actually, and he's very good at what he does. And I actually genuinely like him. It's just that was getting in the way of me seeing him and understanding his value, because it's a pet peeve of mine. So I had to be playful about it. So can you be playful about it? If you can't be playful about it, then can you find some compassion for somebody? Maybe somebody's really negative. Can you find some compassion for them, how that is keeping them safe in their life, why they go there, what's going on there? Have you ever been negative about something and what's happening with you? Like, find some connection with this person and compassion with this person. So what I'm trying to show you guys is that when we're in crazy busy and we live our life this way and we've gotten very, very good at it, we feel like we have to just tolerate everything. We got to buckle up and struggle and all of this stuff. And then it weighs us down even more than our current circumstances. And there are so many things that you can change in your life by little fixes. Leave it, accept it, manage it, delegate it, find your perspective of it, be playful about it, laugh about it, bitch about it with a girlfriend after, whatever it is to give you some release and be in action instead of in defeat. Like, so many women that I work with early on are in total and complete defeat about their circumstances. They feel stuck and they're allowing the stuckness, if that's even a word. And they're allowing it because they're not in action on behalf of themselves. So I want you to be in action on behalf of yourself. You matter. You matter. And these are tiny little things. If we can take them off the plate, wouldn't that be amazing? Wouldn't that be amazing? I mean, especially if you're going into a very stressful situation or a busy season or whatever, it's really important to slay the things and manage the things that you can. And be in acceptance. I used to dread busy seasons, or like the next 3 months is going to be insane. And I'd look at my calendar and be like, oh my God, and be overwhelmed by it. And then I had this shift, and I had this thing happen last year, which was really awesome. But here's the thing is, there's awesome things happening and we're overwhelmed by them. So they feel negative, and they're not. Because a lot of the women we work with, I love their jobs. It's just they're costing them too much. And so everything feels just another thing I have to do. And even in our personal lives, like, I want to go out with my girlfriends and I'm too exhausted to do it. So I just say no because it feels exhausting. Now that's sad, and I don't want you to do that. But when you change your perspective of it and you're healthy in here and in here, you're able to look at your busy season in a different way. And so what I did is I had this, like, I looked at my calendar and I had said yes to things months back. And all of a sudden I realized they all were in the same month. And I was like, oh God, because I would never do that. I have some rules about when I plan things and what I say yes to that takes me either late at night or on travel. And it just happened that everything happened and got rebooked into this 1 month. And it was going to be bad for my daughter because I was going to be gone a lot and I was going to be really, really busy. And I just really went into that. First of all, it was a really cool project. I was really lucky to get it. And I wanted to be in high energy for that and for my family. And so I really just got tactical about it. I used all of my skills I use in managing my work and being a leader to lead my own life. Whoa, imagine that. And I looked at the calendar. I was like, okay, here's the thing. I got to lock down some babysitting. I got to ask for some favors for family. I am just going to take the expectation that I am cooking at all this month. And so we're going to do one of those meal services so that I don't have to worry about that. And I had, I'm not going to do a lot of personal things like dinners with friends or things like that, because this month is all about this project and my family life. And went into it with a plan, and I sailed through it, and I had fun doing it. I showed up and I wasn't exhausted, and I slayed it. And then I came home and I had fun with my daughter because I wasn't feeling guilty, because I had sat her down at the beginning and said, this month is going to be crazy. Here's what we're doing. Here's what we're going to do. It could be fun. I'm setting you up on some play dates, blah, blah, blah. It changed her perspective of it too, because I attacked it. I didn't let life happen to me. I managed and led my own life on behalf of myself. And the definition of crazy busy, the definition of overwhelm, the definition of stress is letting life's circumstances control your decisions, your actions, your feelings, your thoughts. You're not command central of your own life. You're letting it happen to you by other people's wants, desires, responsibilities, personalities, energy levels, whatever. And it's taking you on a journey in your life like this. And when you are the leader in your own life and building your foundation of worth and beliefs and making decisions based on your values, not responsibility or letting somebody down, you're able to look at a busy season in a totally different way and show up in high energy and make your family happy too, and really slay it in a high energy way and come out of it being the badass businesswoman and the joyful, free person that you should be. I never say should, can be. That's what I want for you. That's what I do with the women that I work with. And the stress journal is to show you how you can be in action in your life. So just a minor recap, because I got to go, is 7 days, write down, 7-day stress journal, write down, be in total awareness of where you're triggered, where you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're feeling emotion or anger or whatever. Write down what you're doing, what time of day it is, what the activity is, bonus points for how you're feeling in that moment. I'm not feeling anything. I'm feeling frustrated. I'm feeling angry. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling hopeless, whatever it is. Okay. Write down the feeling. Do that for 7 days. Then go back and start looking at patterns. Is it a person? Is it a relationship? Is it certain activities? Is it the personal stuff and not the work stuff? What is it that is causing you to be triggered? Is it a time of day? And then get resourceful and look at it, find your patterns and say, can I accept it? No, I'm sorry. Can I get rid of it? Just get rid of it. Get it out of my life. Have I created this mess and I got to change it so I can get rid of it and recalibrate it? Can I accept it and go into a deeper level of acceptance so I'm not fighting against it? Can I manage it through expectations, boundaries, delegation, all of those things? Can I change my perspective of it, which is part of acceptance, going deeper in acceptance? Can I be playful about it? Can I feel compassion about it? Can I go into a deeper level of surrender about it? How can I change my perspective of it? Because it's here and it's going to happen. COVID being a perfect example. I'm going to choose to thrive in it versus survive it. That's changing your perspective. Okay, so that's what you're going to do. I want you to be in action. I want you to be aware and be intentional and be in action in your life. Those are the 3 things I teach in our 8-week program: awareness, intention, and action, so that you can be a successful woman who owns her power effortlessly and has freedom, joy, and happiness in her life too. One doesn't have to cost the other. And that's what I teach the women that I work with. That's what I taught myself. I've worked hard on it. I've learned a lot and I teach it to other women, and I won't let you go. I'll hold your hand through the process and get you there because you deserve it. You've worked your whole life. You've worked your ass off your whole life, and you deserve the joys of that. You deserve to own your power. You deserve to effortlessly lead. You deserve a life outside of work and passions and hobbies, and you deserve to enjoy the time with the people that you love. You deserve to have time to work out and be healthy and not cope in wine drinking or eating. You deserve to be present in your own life and be the leader in your own life, like you're a leader in other aspects and on behalf of other people in your life. Be it on behalf of yourself. That is my message for today. So if you're watching me on Facebook Live in our private Facebook group called Crazy Busy Women in Balance, please post and let me know how your stress journal is going. Please show me that you're doing this. It's really, really important. If you're watching on Instagram, join our Facebook Live group, our private Facebook group, Crazy Busy Women in Balance. Or if you're not a Facebook person, you want to stay on Instagram, then just, subscribe and follow me, follow me. Or you can watch some of our videos on YouTube as well, Crazy Busy Women. I'm all over the place. You can find me. You can go to crazybusywomen.com and learn about the several programs that we have for women and sign up for a free breakthrough call or watch our free masterclass. Be in action for yourself. Okay. I'm going to talk later this week or early next week about my 5 days that I just got away in an intensive retreat to learn more and some of the awakenings that I got that I think can help you. But I had promised that I was going to talk about the stress journal because I talked about it earlier and people were interested. So I wanted to have an in-depth one that talked about what the stress journal is and how it can really help you in your life. Okay. I really want you guys to go out there and slay your lives on behalf of yourself. So do it. Come on. Crazy busy women no more. Be in balance, be happy, find joy, and own your power and own your gifts. Because otherwise, why'd you work so hard? All right. I'm here for you. Go to crazybusywomen.com and reach out. I'd love to help you. Bye.